Hey guys, we are going to be doing a new activity tomorrow that I had assigned as a comprehension activity for Grumpy Mr. G. So we just finished reading the story and we found out that Mr. G is trying to get some sleep, but the light keeps shining through, and he's trying to pick out the perfect pair of curtains so that he can get some extra sleep in the morning and it doesn't wake him up really early. Nobody likes to wake up really early. Okay, so this is, I'm just going to walk us through it so that you can practice, and then you will do it all by yourself tomorrow and turn it in for me. All right, so we are doing a who, what, where activity. And the question says, who is the story about? So let's see, when you click on it,
who is the story about?
Okay, it reads the question for you if you need it to, and then when you click on it, you get these. So, who was the story about? We have Mrs. B, we have Drew, or we have Mr. G. Who was the story about? Let's see. Let's see if the story was about Mr. G. And it is. It is about Mr. G.
Mr. G.
All right, so now we are going to adjust our screen so that you can still see it. I'm not sure why. Good, okay. There we go. All right, now it's a little bit too far down. All right, there we go. All right, so this is annoying. There we go. Okay, let's go up here in the corner, and it says, what makes Mr. G grumpy? Okay, so let's think back to the story. Think about what made Mr. G grumpy. Was it that his shirt was too small, the light from his window wakes him up, or his cat makes a mess? So think about what was in the story, and let's pick one of these options. So, was there a cat in the story? Do you remember a cat in the story? No, so that's not a good option. Let's look at the other two. His shirt is too small, or light from his window wakes him up. So, do you remember anything about Mr. G being upset because of his shirt being too small? No, I don't remember that either. So we're going to go ahead and pick light from his window wakes up. Now let's see if that's right.
Light from his window wakes him up.
Yes. You hear that ding? That means you entered the right answer. Okay, let's go down to the bottom corner. What does Mr. G do? So let's read our options. He cooks dinner for a friend, he goes water skiing, or he uses curtains to make his room dark. Okay, so thinking back to the story, Mr. G is upset, and Mr. G is grumpy because light from the window wakes him up. So what does he do about it? Will cooking dinner for a friend help? No, I don't think so. What about going water skiing? Well, that's a fun thing to do, but I don't think it's going to help Mr. G sleep more in the morning, and it's definitely not going to block light coming from outside. So I think we're going to pick he uses curtains to make his room dark. And we'll see if we're right.
He uses curtains to make his room dark.
All right. Good job, guys. We were correct. All right, last one. Where does this... Okay, so this is the setting or where the story takes place. So let's look. Was it in a library? Was it in a bedroom? Or was it in a movie theater? Okay, so Mr. G is grumpy because light is waking him up every morning and he buys curtains to make his room dark. So do you think that Mr. G's bed and his would be in a library? No, maybe a bunch of books in the library, but definitely not someone's bed. That would be silly. What about a movie theater? Would Mr. G's bed be in a movie theater? Nope, nope. We go to a movie theater to watch a movie, right? Not to sleep. Well, at least you shouldn't fall asleep during a movie. About a bedroom. Do you have a bed in your bedroom? Yeah, me too. So I think Grumpy Mr. G happened in the bedroom. That's where the story takes place. Let's see.
Bedroom.
Yay, we got all of our answers right. Okay, so we practiced today. Now tomorrow you're going to answer these all by yourself, and you can watch the video recording of me reading the story and talking about the story, and then go ahead and do this activity that'll be assigned for you tomorrow. All right, guys, you guys are doing awesome. I'll see you again soon. Bye.